Indian soldiers clash with Chinese army in Arun Achal Pradesh. Injuries on both sides. This was the first altercation between India and China in Arun Achal Pradesh since 2020. 20 Indian soldiers were killed as a result of violent clashes with Chinese forces in the Galwan Valley. A number of Indian soldiers were engaged in a clash with Chinese People's Liberation Army at Yangtze Town in Arun Achal Pradesh on December 9. Sources claimed that few Indian soldiers were injured in the altercation, and as a follow-up to the incident, the Indian commander in the area held a flag meeting with his counterpart to discuss the issue, in accordance with structured mechanisms. According to the Hindu, there were a few Indian soldiers who suffered fractured limbs, and they were taken to a hospital in Guwahati. While no official statement was issued regarding the incident, a source told the publication that more than 600 pro soldiers were present when the clashes happened. The clashes between the two forces are not uncommon in Arun Achal Pradesh. An altercation took place near the line of actual control back in 2021 when Chinese soldiers were detained for a few hours by the Indian army after minor clashes took place near the Yangtze. Government sources told that such clashes have been taking place since 2006, mainly due to the differing perceptions of the border. In certain areas along the lake in the Towan sector in Arun Achal Pradesh, there are areas of differing perception, wherein both sides patrol the area up to their claim lines. This has been the trend since 2006. On 09 December 2022, Chinese troops contacted the lake in Towan sector, which was contested by own troops in a firm and resolute manner, said the sources. In the past, most of the border frictions between China and India were first mentioned by the Indian side. For example, the Donglan crisis and the Galwan Valley conflict were released to the media by the Indian side soon. However, the previous crisis did not bring any advantage to India. India has fully understood China's firm position on the border issue, and it is worried that it has really become a strategic tool for the United States to contain China. Therefore, India has recently cooled down on the border issue. In July this year, China and India reached an important agreement on the disengagement of the two armies in the western border friction area. Although the border defense forces of China and India have had many frictions in recent years, they have always maintained the boundary of not firing at each other. The conflict in the Galwan Valley resulted in the deaths of soldiers on both sides, and the death toll of Indian troops was as high as 20. However, the two armies also fought with weapons that time. If both armies open fire this time, and both sides formally confirm that two armies exchange fire, it will be a serious characterization. From the current information, this border conflict should be only a small-scale personnel friction. It will not develop into a major event that will affect the normal relations between the two countries.